Okay. Good morning, everyone. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Um, all right, so we are going to start seated this morning. So wherever you are, find a good seat, right? And it doesn't have to look like this. It can be up on blocks. It can be more hero pose. It can be in a chair, legs straight. Um, one of my philosophies in yoga is, we've all got our bumps and bruises from living life, but we should never be in acute pain or such discomfort in yoga that we can't wait for the next move. Okay, so challenging is one thing, but pain is not okay. So if sitting this way causes you pain, let's find another way. All right. That's my public service announcement. I wanted to read, I was looking for something to read on St. Patrick's Day. And one of an author that I like, who I've not given enough time to, is an Irish author whose name is John O'Donoghue. And he's written some beautiful things, and I have a couple of his books, but have not read enough of them. And now that I've looked for something to read, I'll get back to that. But he wrote just one quote that I really sat with me this morning, and it is this. It says, "I would love to live like a river flows, carried by the surprise of its own unfolding." That's simple. And it just made me think, that possibly we have gotten ourselves into such routine and such, we know exactly what we do every day, that we've lost our ability to find that surprise in our life, that unfolding, that wonder, that awe. So today, in honor of St. Patrick's Day, maybe we can find a little bit more awe or wonder or joy in our lives. So with that, let's sit well. Let's make sure the shoulders are sitting at the side body. And just quickly, happy anniversary to my darling husband today. So he's an amazing guy. All right, so sit well. Feel your heart expand and open. Feel the breath draw in and release out. Breathing in and exhaling out. Good. A few more right here. Good. Last focused breath here. And then allow the eyes to open, hands down over to your sides. Take the arms up. Exhale to your heart. And then push it out, open it up. Palms are facing forward. And reach it together. Bring it back to your heart. Good. Inhale, take it up. Exhale to your heart. Shoulders are soft. Open up the arms. Bring them back together. Bring them back to your heart. And again, inhale, big deep breath. Exhale. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bring it together. And back to your heart. Last one, take it up. Exhale to your heart. Open up. Exhale, bring it together. Woo, and release and shake all that out. And then just do some wrist circles, right? Just soft fists. And then circle those wrists and circle the other way. Just get some juice in there. And shake those out. Interlace your hands, press them out in front of you, stretch through the wrists. Breathe, take those arms up to the ceiling and stretch to one side. Ooh. And center, stretch to the other side. And center, bring those hands in front of you, bring them back, look at which way you have them interlaced and switch. So you've got them just, the pinky is the different pinkies there. It'll feel weird, so you'll know that you've changed it. And press out. Ooh, doesn't it feel strange? It's so amazing to me. And press up. Good, stretch to one side, everybody. And center, switch to the other side. And center, bring them back and fold them in, shake all that out. And then take both hands to your back pockets. And if doing that has your shoulders up too high, just take the fingertips to the floor, right? So either you're here bringing the elbows back or the fingertips are there, and just stretch back through your chest. Bring the elbows toward each other. Find your breath. Nice deep breath, everybody. And shake that out. And then this will be really kind of weird, but take one hand and sit on it. Sit on your hand on one side so that it is anchored, and take the other arm up and stretch and back down again. Bring it up, whoo, and down. Good, one more, bring it up. And then turn that palm face in and then stretch over to that side. If it hurts your hand, by the way, don't sit on it. You don't have to. And take it up, release that hand, both arms up, both arms down. Sit on your hand on the other side and take the palm up and back down. Good, take it up, stretch and down. One more here, reach. And turn the palm in, stretch over to one side, oi, and up and release. Good, shake both of those out. And then just kind of expand and squeeze, expand, squeeze. One more, expand, squeeze, and shake those out. Well done, everybody. Let's shake out those legs, move the flesh out from the sit bones. Fire up the legs. The feet are nice and straight. The shoulders are back and down. If you want or need to sit up on a blanket here, that's helpful. If you really find your rounding, bend the knees so that you are a more neutral spine. Good. And then take the arms up and hold on to that little beach ball between the hands without really hiking up the shoulder, but don't lose the legs, okay? And lift one foot and breathe. And then lift the same side arm higher. And release the arm, release the leg, lift tall, lift the other leg, whoo, lift that same side arm higher and down, whoo, and release those arms. Inhale, reach the arms up, good Dandasana, legs are active. Lift one leg, lift the opposite arm higher. Breathe, tone in through your belly and lower, lift the other leg, lift the opposite arm higher, whoo, and lower and release, roll that out. And then lift, let's everybody lift. I'll mirror here, leave the hands down, lift your left leg. Breathe, take the arms up, squeeze that knee in toward chest and press it out. And press it in and out. If you're having trouble staying upright, hands are down and press, listen up. Bend that knee, step it over, lift both arms up really high. And then take your right hand around your left knee and come into a twist. Nice deep breath. The leg that's on the floor is active. You're not over twisting, overreaching. If you were in Friday's class, we worked on twists a lot. We always want to watch these pivot points where we're using the body. Good, breathe. Inhale, both arms up. You're going to twist to the other side. Let both hands come down. right? So it's more of an open twist as opposed to a closed twist. Deep breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, the hands come down. See if you can lift that leg without the hands and shake it out. Roll the shoulders, breathe. Inhale the arms up. Lift that leg. Remember, hands can be down, and then squeeze it in and press it out. Good. Two more. Squeeze it in. Press it out. Last one. Squeeze and press, and then bend and step and lift up super tall. And then take the left arm around that right knee. Come into a twist. Lift your spine. Take a really deep breath. Whew. That's it. Good. One more deep breath. And exhale. And then lift both arms. Twist to the other direction. Take those hands down. Open the shoulders, right? So if you could take one shoulder away from the other shoulder. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, the hands down or floating. Lift that leg, release it, step it, shake that baby out. We're almost done with this portion. Good. So bend the left leg again. May or may not need your block. Come into Janu Sirsasana. That block is there to help support your knee, no matter how high that knee is. If it isn't resting on or close to the floor, use your block. Take the flesh out. Engage, by the way, if this is hard for your particular knee, you just take that foot out as far as you need to, or release it if it is cramping up that knee. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, forward fold. Good, breathe. And again, move shoulder away from shoulder. How do we get the collarbones to lengthen so that we're not always scrunching up through the shoulders and tightening that chest? Good. Let's just find this. We're going to be here just for a little bit so that we can explore using our breath. Noticing mostly that this is a hamstring stretch on that extended leg. If we want more stretch, the quad has to engage, right? So if the leg is just kind of relaxed, it will shorten that stretch a little bit. If we engage that leg, we might find a little bit more, and yet still we want good form, right? So we're not overly rounding, we're not reaching our chin forward to our foot. Good, breathe. Good, walk yourself up. Roll the shoulders, bend that knee, grab your foot, your shin, or behind your knee, and take that leg up. Take the other arm out, take that leg out to the side, lift up really tall, everybody. And bring it center, release, woo, and lower it down. Good, release that bent knee side, shake it all out. We just do our best, right? Wherever our best is today, given where we are today. Good, shake it out. And then let's go to the other side. Again, using a block if we need it, right? That it's a very good tool so that you're not fighting a tight inner thigh or inner groin while you're trying to stretch the other leg. So it's a good thing to use. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Let the hands land and then just start to play. How does it feel on this side? Right? What's actually happening in the body? Where do you notice it the most? Even within the hamstring stretch, the hamstrings go from the knee to the sit bone. So potentially or possibly, you feel this tightness closer to the knee. Possibly you find it tighter closer to the sit bone, right? Because the muscle can be tight in different spots. So see if you can engage the quad. Take a nice deep breath. Find that length through your spine. Imagine if you could pull your belly button. This would sound weird, but pull your belly button kind of up and then forward, right? As opposed to just down toward the floor as we lengthen over the leg instead of rounding over that leg. Good. One more deep breath here. And then if you can, bend the knee. You're grabbing behind the knee or the shin or the foot. Lift up tall through your spine, raise the other arm, maybe take that leg out to the side. Find your breath here. Just a nice little, I don't know what this is really called, honestly. It's a seated 5-point star. What the heck? We'll make it up as we go. Good. Breathe and then bring the leg back. Release that leg. Use those hip flexors to lower the leg and release that bent knee. And just give your legs a nice little rub, nice little smack. Good. Whew. And let's release fully. We're going to come right up to standing. So in your best yogi way, I want you to move up to standing. It's going to be different for everyone, but maybe you watch how your form is, right? How you move through your practice, and then grab one of your blocks. Excuse me. Take it between the legs. Oh, give those legs a good squeeze. Whew. Good. So you can go long ways on your block or short ways. Either one is fine. But as we activate the inner line of the legs and we draw the big toe side of the feet to the floor, we find all four corners of the feet. Maybe lift your toes. And keep drawing the inner ankles in. Excuse me. Kind of notice how that feels in the legs and what becomes active. And then let the toes come down, let the hands come down to your sides and feel mountain pose. So the chest is lifted, the gaze is straight forward and soft. The knees are not hyperextended. Breathe. Inhale, reach the arms up, take your hands to your heart. Maybe come down to a squat. And when you do, try to sit back. Try to sit back in those hips so that your knees and your ankles are closer to being one on top of the other. And then take your hands to your knees and press the knees back as you come halfway forward fold. Again, I'm not locking the knees. Breathe, bend your knees, lift your chest, stand all the way up. Good, now you got it. Exhale, come into squat. Hold here, chest is lifted, tailbone is long. Your hands come above your knees, and I'm really pushing into the thighs to press the thighs back without locking the knees. Tone in through the belly, half forward fold. Bend the knees, lift the chest. Inhale, stand up. Good. One more here. Exhale. Come into squat. You can take the arms out, more chair pose. Breathe. Press into the big toe side. Hands go to thighs, hips press back. The spine is nice and long. Good. One, you're here. Two, walk those hands down to the front of your shins and press the hands into your shins as the shins press back. Find your breath. Good. Bend the knees more. Take your hands to the floor only if it is appropriate. So hamstrings, again, kind of interesting, right? A lot of us have pretty open hamstrings. If you bend the knees, squeeze your block, lift through the sit bones, you're going to access those hamstrings in a whole different way. Good. Breathe here, everybody. Bring your hands above your knees. Push Lift your chest. Let's go to chair one more. Squeeze your block. And then stand all the way up and release. Take that block out. Nice job, everybody. Ooh, good. Right, and just kind of get a sense. What did that just feel like, right? It's kind of cool. And then standing nice and tall, maybe you're near a wall or a chair or a piece of furniture just for balance. Find that same thing without the block and breathe. So the inner line of the legs is active. I feel the inner line of the feet pressing equally without collapsing, right? Because there is that ankle collapse that can happen. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart, come to squat, lift the chest, take the arms up, hold here. Take your hands to your thighs, press the hips back, come into a forward fold, bend the knees a little bit, take the hands down to the floor. Find your breath. Bend the knees, take your hands to your thighs, lift your chest, come to chair. Breathe, listen up. You're going to stand up really tall. You're going to lift one leg. Breathe. Lower that leg, release the arms. Whew, good. Roll that out. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. I was just realizing a group of us did a bunch of yard work yesterday, and I think it was Betty said, no squats today. And I think she just zeroed it in for me. So here we are. Reach the arms up. We won't do these all class, I promise. Hands come to your thighs. Push into the thighs. Bring the elbows back along your sides. Don't lock out the knees. And then bend the knees some to reach those hands for the floor. Find your breath. And then bend the knees, hands come to knees, lift the chest. Let's find another chair. Stand all the way up, squeeze the glutes, lift the other leg. Arms are active. And lower down and shake that out. Well done, everybody. Come on up to the front of your mat. If you're using a chair, when we come hands to floor, you're just going to use your chair. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, forward fold all the way. Soft knees, softer than your normal. Soften them even more. Step back, right leg. Your right leg will be, your right knee will be up or down. Your choice. Hands come to your left knee and lift your chest. Whoop, whoop. Inhale, reach the arms up. Breathe. Exhale, your hands to your heart. Optional, bent knee on the back. Optional. Inhale, straight and lift those knees up. Take your hands to your front thigh. Push as you straighten the front leg. This is a bunch of balance work here. Bend your front knee. Inhale the arms up. Take your hands to your hips and step forward. Woo! Shake that out. Shake that out. So, two different studies. One, as we do squats, it strengthens the femoral head of the femur, the part that goes in toward the hip, strengthens that, helps with osteoporosis. Another one that Miss Betty read for me or told me about, that doing squats helps lower your blood pressure. Let's do squats. Okay. So many good reasons to do squatting. All right, here we go. Inhale. Exhale, come on down. Whew, breathe. Take your hands to your thighs, step back, left leg. You're coming into a lunge, squeeze the back glute. Inhale, reach the arms up. Breathe, everybody. Exhale, hands to heart. Maybe the back knee bends. And press up. Exhale, your hands to your thighs. Get nice and strong in that back leg. Straight in the front leg. Woo. And breathe. Bend the front leg. Inhale up. hands to heart or hands to hips, step forward. Good, shake it out. So all kinds of stuff going on in there, right? Working with quad and leg and hip strength, but also balance. Good. So have your blocks closer where you can get to them. Standing up nice and tall, good solid mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair. Breathe, find that really solid pose here. Take your hands to your left thigh. We did this a couple weeks ago. Push down on your left thigh to step back with your right leg. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, come into that funky 90-degree lunge. Good. Inhale, lift the arms straight in the back leg. Exhale, hands to blocks, straight in the front leg. Whew. And then hold here and play again. Here's the hamstrings again. I don't generally spend a lot of time stretching hamstrings because we stretch hamstrings all the time in yoga, or often. So, but it is kind of interesting to play with them in these poses where we can explore where they're tight, what's actually happening. As I wiggle this front hip, as I roll the hip out to the side and then kind of roll it under, I can feel where it is tight, where things are kind of happening. And then I pause here, lengthen the spine, broaden the shoulders, bend the front knee slightly, like a micro bend, and then feel the hamstring maybe in a little different way. Good. Bend that leg all the way. Step forward. Hands to thighs, push up and inhale up. Exhale and release that. Good. Let's go to the other side. Inhale it up. Exhale, squat, chair pose. Breathe. Hands go to your right thigh. I'm pushing down. It's kind of anchoring so that I can step back with the left leg. And then square the shoulders. Inhale, reach up. And breathe and feel the stretch. That's it. Exhale, hands to heart. Maybe bend the back knee. Keep the torso tall. Find your breath. Good. Inhale the arms up, the back leg straight. Hands float down to your blocks this time. Straighten the front leg. Hold here. Maybe play with that internal and external rotation of the upper thigh, right? Upper thigh hip, just to see where is it tight here? What's actually happening in the front leg? Push through the back leg, don't forget that. And then a micro bend of the front knee. Does everybody feel that? Changes that hamstring activation. That's it. Breathe. And then bend it some more. Step forward, everyone. Bend your knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Whew. And shake all that out. Holy moly. It's very interesting to me. And I think it was Ray Long, who's also a yoga teacher, anatomist. And he said that when we bend the knee, we kind of lock the hamstring in one position, or we anchor it, was the word he used. So we anchor it. So then when we stretch, the one part of the hamstring is anchored, the other part can stretch a little bit. It's kind of fascinating. All right, so take those blocks up high. Now this one will not be for everybody, and then we're going to move on. And again, we've done this one before, fairly recent. So left foot forward, right foot back a little bit. Now, my folks with knee stuff, don't go so far, right? Don't go so deep. So this is similar to a single leg squat, but we got our anchor back here. We got our support back here. We're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart, sit back. Watch the knees and then stand up. Good. And again. And push. The front leg is doing the work. And down and up. Listen up. We're going to do 3 more this time. Either your hands go to your heart or they're going to reach down and either tap your blocks or the floor. Okay. So inhale up, either to your heart or to your blocks or to the floor, but don't collapse. Here we go. 1 and 2. You're looking sort of forward. 1 more. And up. Woo, and step forward and shake that out. You start to realize, I see it in my gals here, we have gotten so much stronger, right? By doing this work, it's amazing. So, all right, last one, other side. First 3 of them with hands to heart, and then 3 of them, your choice. So, step, your choice. Okay, I'm not doing them. That's my choice. Good. So the back foot is light. We're working the front leg. Inhale up, hands to heart, have a seat. And up, please watch the knees. And down. If you're just bending a little bit, you're still doing the work. And 3, go slow. Good. 3 left. Here we go. Reach. And up. And reach. And up. Good. Last one. Reach. And up. Woo. And step forward. Well done. Well done. Well done. Good. Come on up to the front of your mat. Probably lower those blocks some. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to blocks. Soft back of the knees. Shake out those hips. Soften the knees. Step back right leg about 2/3 of a step. Drop the heel to the inside. Pyramid pose. Breathe. The hips start to square forward. You can always take these blocks higher. And then again, think of the hamstrings just a little bit. Breathe. Stretching through those hammies. Some of you are going to walk the blocks a little further forward of the foot so that the torso gets longer. At the same time, the hips both press back. The big toe mound of your front foot is pressing in. The knee is straight forward. And then bend your front knee. Walk the blocks forward. Either stay here on a tippy toe or stand up on one leg. Point the toes. Breathe. Get the weight to the center of your standing foot. And then release that right leg. Step down next to your left. Bend both knees. Take your hands to your knees. Lift up your chest. And come to standing. And shake it out. Maybe move those blocks back forward again if they are still way out there. Find your breath. That's it. Inhale, let's do the other side. Exhale, hands come down to your blocks. Soften the backs of the knees. When you're ready, step back left leg. So I love this pose, pyramid pose, because you really can play. I like a shorter stance, but you can always walk the foot back, the back foot back a little bit, as long as the hips and the torso feel like you are still grounded. Like that back heel should still be on the floor. The front leg is pretty straight. Breathe. Press into the big toe mound of the front foot. Maybe take a look at your knee and see if it is pointing straight ahead. And then maybe walk the blocks forward a little bit to get more length in the torso. If you do that, press the hips back toward the back edge of your mat. Good, breathe everybody. And then bend your front knee, walk your blocks forward. You can stay on tippy toe here on the back foot, or you can press and lift. That's it. Find the pose, everybody. Breathe. Lower the left leg. Woo, bend both knees and come on up. And shake those legs out. Good, just shake them out, everybody. So here, I just want you to bend a little, like not even chair pose. But then I want you to imagine you could, like if you were doing cross-country skiing, right, and you could push yourself back, I want you to push yourself back on these stuck feet and feel the hamstrings start to engage. Take your hands to the front thighs, drop the shoulders, lift one heel, just the heel. So I'm pushing down while I'm pushing back. Good, lift the other. And down, see if you can lift both. And down, lift one. See if you can lift off. Single leg squat. Good, step down, lift the heel, push down on the thighs, lift the other. I'm pushing down even on the lifted one. And down, and stand up. Oh, good, shake it out, everybody. All right, we got one more. I think I'm like zooming this morning. I must have had more coffee than I realized. Breathe. All right, balance work. Wall. We're gonna bring a squat to balance. We've done these before. We played with these on Friday a little bit. So let's come on down for squat. Inhale, one knee up. And down and up. Try to kind of stick your pose. Don't force it, right? Down and up. Whew. Down. Last one. And release. Okay, second round. Second round. Arms are up. This time, as you come down, we're going to tap one elbow. In fact, let's just do one arm. That's what we did on Friday. So one arm squeeze. That's what we're doing. Okay. Sorry, I'm in the sun. In the sun. Out of the sun. Here we go. Stand tall, everybody. Arms up. Good. Single side. If I'm mirroring, it'd be right side. The other side stays tall. So squeeze in and tap. 2, squeeze. Feel your belly. 3, let's do 5, 4, 5, and release. Roll your shoulders. Breathe. So you're not feeling your shoulders anymore, are you, Cease? No, it's all legs. All right, arms up. Let's do the other side. Arms are active. Find that nice solid footing. Left elbow to left knee if you're mirroring with me. Up, down, 2, go slow. 3, whoo. 4, whoo. 5, release. Roll the shoulders. Last round. This one, opposite elbow to knee. We'll throw the balance just a little bit more. So let's find mountain pose. Again, if you're near a wall, piece of furniture, right? We just use that for our safety net, right? Our little safety, our little training wheels. Good. Breathe. Arms up. So it's opposite elbow to knee. You're scrunching through the middle. Squeeze. And down. 2. Go slow. 3. 4, 5, and release. Roll the shoulders. Last set, I promise, of these. Find your breath. So when we take that cross body, right, it challenges our core more to stay upright. All right, so arms up, here we go. Squeeze in, whoop, and down. Squeeze, boy, you can tell which side's harder for me. 3, 4, 5. Ooh, and down. That was very interesting. And come on back to the front of your mat, everybody. Well done, well done, well done. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, soft knees, forward fold. Soften the knees and step back with your right leg. Lengthen through your torso. Find your breath here. Press through the back heel. Take your hands to your knee. Lift up. Just a stretch here for these babies, for that front thigh and front psoas. Inhale. Just an easy twist, right hand to left knee, left hand to sacrum. Easy does it here. Take the arms up and forward. Exhale, hands to your blocks. Straighten the front leg. Find your breath. Lengthen your spine. Some of you at this point probably don't need the blocks. Bend your front knee, walk the hands forward. We're not lifting, we're just stepping forward. Good transition work there. Bend the knees, come all the way up to standing. And exhale. And let it go. And notice if you are taking deeper and deeper breaths, right? Working the lungs and the muscles around the lungs just as much. All right, let's go to the other side. Inhale. Exhale down. Soften, step back, left leg. Make sure your pose is wide enough. Take your hands to your knee. Lift up your torso. Nice strength through the back leg. Take the arms up. Breathe. Good. Release, hands down the blocks or to the floor. And oh, I forgot our twist. We'll have to come back to that. Good. Stretch out that front leg, level out the hips, front knee pointing straight ahead, front foot pressing straight ahead, all 4 corners. Good. Bend that front knee. Let's take the hands to the knee just so we can add that twist. Left hand to right knee, right hand to sacrum. And breathe. Good. Release, everybody. Hands down. Listen up. Downward facing dog. Possibly our first one of the day, depending on how you got up from the floor in the first place. And just kind of rock the hips side to side, gently, maybe feel that twist or that stretch to side body. That's it. And then take everything back to center, lower your knees to the floor, and release either to child's pose or hero pose. And find your breath. And again, notice, right? Notice the deep breath in and the deep breath out and the expansion of the ribs, the lungs, the body, because we have maybe pushed that a little bit and really challenged the body to work. All right, so we're going to come back to a seat with our feet in front of us. because one of the bigger imbalances in yoga is these just amazing stretched out hamstrings that don't have a lot of strength to them. So we're going to work with that strength of them a little bit. And one of the easiest ways, right, is to dig your heels in, flex your feet, and pull the heels back. And right away, you'll feel the hamstrings start to engage. See if you can keep that. And then take the arms out in front of you, roll the shoulders, and lean back. Pull the heels back, and then just lift forward. Good. Pull the heels back and forward. How low you go is really up to you to a point. And pull the heels back when you come up, down, and pull the heels back. Oh, let's do one more. Reach back and pull the heels up and let go of the feet. See if you can get your toes down toward the floor, just stretching the front ankles as a result, hopefully without cramping. Good. And then flex the feet. Dig the heels in, lift the chest. Both hands underneath your thighs. So pull back until you feel that. Pull back with the heels till you feel those hammies right underneath your hands. And then lift one knee and extend. Pull the other heel back. One, you're here, hands holding legs. Two, you're in a kind of weird half boat. Breathe, pull the other heel back. There's our focus right down there. Breathe. Bend the knee, lower, and release. Try to point your toes. Find your breath. Flex your feet, dig in, lean back, hands start behind, lift, and extend. Dig in through the other heel, extend out. And breathe. That's it. You got it, everybody. Pull that heel back. Breathe and release. Point your toes, lean forward. And come on up. Come on down to your backs. Maybe have a block in your strap nearby. I'm not quite sure about that yet. We're going to see if we want them. But come on down to your backs and keep the legs, keep the knees bent, feet on the floor. If you got a ponytail or something back there, blanket that is going to restrict your neck, go ahead and take that out. And feel your shoulders on the floor. Feel your sacrum on the floor. Feel your feet on the floor. And then pull back on your heels. Oh, on your feet, right? Say hello to your hammies, right? There they are. We just stretch them all kinds of ways so they are ready to be contracted. Feel that contraction. You could do just this and begin to strengthen those muscles. And then just push the feet away, again, without really moving. Your hips might shift a little here and there, but you're not moving anything on purpose. And then pull the heels back, squeeze, and push them away. Pull them back. Oh, yeah. Does anybody feel that besides me? Yeah, it's amazing. And push away. Good. This time, pull back toward your hips and hold. Bring the arms to robot arms. Tone in through the belly. Pull the heels back and lift the hips into bridge pose. Whew. And breathe. It can be a pretty low bridge. I'm still pulling back with those heels. And then see if you can lift the ball mounds of both feet while pulling the heels back, while reaching the hips. Good. Lower down. Whew, and lower those hips. Straighten the legs just for a moment. Give the knees a little space. Maybe reach the arms overhead. Squeeze your glutes. And release, bend those knees, release those arms back down. Press the arms into the floor, robot arms. Pull the heels back. Lift your hips and breathe here. Pull the heels back. Imagine the shins moving forward. Lengthen through the tailbone and then see if the hips will rise any higher. Maybe walking the back of the shoulders under just a little bit. Pull the heels back, everybody. Lift the heels of your feet off the floor. Pull the ball mounds back. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the heels, lower the hips. Ooh. Just breathe, shake out those hips a little bit. Bring the left knee to your chest. Take the left leg up to the ceiling. You can use a strap here if you would like it. Either your hands are holding that strap or your arms are back in cactus. Press down, push into your right foot to lift the hips and just hold here. Watch what your right foot is doing. Try to keep it planted. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower the hip back to the floor and then the leg. Good, you got it. You know what we're doing. Right leg straight. Use your strap if you would like. Press squarely into the left foot. Press into the arms, lengthen your tailbone, lift the hips. Breathe. Notice the left foot if it wants to lean out. Press into the big toe mound. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower. I know. Set that down. Just release for a minute. Resist the urge to bring the knees to the chest if you can. If your low back is chatty, do instead just a few pelvic tilts and tucks, okay? Good. Breathe. Take the left leg up. Externally rotate. Come into figure 4. Don't lift your right foot. Just breathe. So you're in a grounded figure 4. Finding that. Arms to robot arms. 1, you're here. 2, press into your right foot. Lift. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Now bring those knees toward chest. Find that stretch. And breathe. Lower that down. Release. Take the right leg up. Little bit of bridge work, everybody. No kidding. Turn the leg out and then come to a grounded figure 4. That foot is staying on the floor. Lengthen through your tailbone, belly engages, arms to robot arms. See if you can lift up and hold here and really be observant. Like, remember that quote, right? Let life be a river where it unwinds with surprise. Like, oh, I didn't notice that before. What's actually happening? Breathe and lower, and then come back to, or bring the knees up to a true figure 4 stretch. Lower that foot, release both. Take the left leg up, come back to that figure 4. Breathe. Keep the right foot on the ground and just see if you can lift your left ankle off your right knee. Just lift it away. Yep. See if you can hold that. Press into the floor, lift up. So we've got this external rotation of the hip as we press up into this funky little bridge pose. Breathe, lift up even higher. Straighten the left leg up to the ceiling. See if you can press higher. Breathe. Lower those hips to the floor, listen up, come back to figure four, bring the knees to your chest. And then if it is okay for you, so your left leg should be the bent one. If it's your right, you're going to go right instead, or go with the right foot instead. Your left foot goes to the right, comes down to the floor, and you are in a twist. Once you're there, try to relax the right leg. Your left foot's on the floor. Just breathe, the chest opens. Deep breath, everybody. Start by lifting the right knee up towards center, and then lift the hips towards center. Release both legs. We'll stretch them out in a moment, I promise. Take the right leg up. Breathe. Come into figure four. The arms can go back to robot arms. It helps with lifting those hips. Lift the right ankle off the left knee. Lift the hips, optional. Breathe here, everybody. Woo! See if you can stay on that big toe side of the foot so we stay smack in the middle of those glutes. Extend the right leg up. Still, the hips are lifted. Find your breath here, everybody. Lower the hips down slowly. Come back to figure four. Draw the knees up toward chest. Take a nice deep breath and then twist to your left. The right foot comes to the floor. The left leg relaxes. If this feels funky, I should have said this on the other side, just come back to a regular twist with the knees stacked. Deep breath. Start by lifting the left leg. That's going to help keep those hips aligned up so we don't pull the back as we take that body back to center. Undo the legs and then straighten the legs down to the floor. I know that probably feels really good right now. Once you're there, toes are all pointed up toward the ceiling. Give a big squeeze to your glutes. And then keep the squeeze of the glutes, but let the feet go out to the sides. And then bring the toes back up. Whole time we're squeezing, see if you can bring the toes to center. And then back out to the sides. Through center, bring the toes in. And last one, out to the side, squeeze. And release. And then let's bring these to chest. And rock a little side to side. Roll the knees over to one side and come onto your bellies. Good, and just pause here, right? I know. Breathe, let the head hang. Let the body relax here, let the hips relax. Bring the legs to hips width apart, and then bend the knees. And just let the feet kind of flop out to the sides, right? So the feet separate, or the legs, the lower legs separate out to the sides, and then bring them in. Yep. And then just bring them out. And in internal, external rotation, bring them out. Let the ankles crisscross in. Yep. And out. Crisscross the other way. And out. Last one, crisscross. And out. And then neutral, so that the feet are pointing, or the soles of the feet are pointing up toward the ceiling. The feet are flexed, the head is down. The knees press into the floor. And when you do that, you're going to feel as if your hips are going to lift up off the floor. That's what I'm looking for. Press the knees down or the thighs down, really, and just feel the engagement of the glutes, the hips, in order to push the knees down. Resist the urge to let the hips float up. And then just release that. Push one knee down, lift the other knee. And lower. Push down on the other knee, lift. And lower. Straighten both legs. Good, just shake them out, everybody. Bend both knees. See if both knees will lift. And lower. Lower the legs. Straighten them out. Bend both knees. Lengthen both thighs. 1, you're here. 2, you're going to bend the knees and see if you can get those heels closer to your glutes, right? Also engaging the hamstrings. 3, only if you want, reach back with the hands and find bow pose, holding the feet. That is not necessary. In fact, as I do this, it is less of a hamstring engager, right? It's a huge quad stretch. But the hammies are engaged, but not at the level that they are if I just pull my heels in. So just breathe here, nice bow pose, open the shoulders, release, and release all the way. Whew. Find your breath, everybody. Just notice. Roll on to just one side. I'm going to roll with my back toward you to start. So I'm rolling onto my left side. Bend the knees. Let your hand or arm be a cushion for your head. Keep the bottom knee bent. Draw the left foot back, the left knee back, as if you were stamping that foot on a wall. Try to keep the hips level and straight up and down. Good. Some of you are going to stay there. Some of you are going to grab the foot again. Try not to crunch up the knee. Just press the thigh back. Deep breath. Release. Bring the knee to your chest. Squeeze it in. And let it go. Roll over to your other side. The knees are bent. The top knee lifts and just presses back. This is a great thing to do at the wall, by the way. Helps to keep the hips even. Good. When you're here, you're just seeing if you can find that stretch. A tuck of the pelvis can help here, or you're going to grab the foot and reach that thigh back. Bring the knee to chest. Release. Come on to your backs. Holy moly, right? Whole bunch of stuff in that one little class. Good. Straighten your left leg, but bring your right knee to your chest. Hold on behind the knee. And breathe. Straighten the leg up to the ceiling, still holding on to it behind the knee. Push the back of your leg into your hands and then allow your arms to straighten. So I'm trying to push my leg down to the floor. Optionally lift the left leg just a couple inches. Getting a little re-engagement here. Release. Switch sides. Left leg in, right leg straight. Hands are behind your left knee. Really left thigh. Take the leg up. And breathe. And then push your leg into your hands until your arms straighten. Lift the right leg optionally. And release, bring both knees to chest, listen up. If you can, you're taking either forearms or elbows to the inside knees. Your knees are bent and they're going out wide. You're going to press your knees into your elbows. If that doesn't work for you, it's this kind of weird little pose here. It's like a half, happy baby. But I'm using the arms, I'm using the thighs to press into the arms to level out the hips. Good, release that. Take the elbows to the outside or the hands to the outside knees and press again. Deep breath, push those knees into your hands. So you're trying to push the knees out and release it. One leg goes straight. Woo. Other leg goes straight. And let's find Shavasana, everybody. Make sure that your Shavasana feels good, feels comfortable. Check the hips to see if they feel level here. Find your breath. Let go of the breath, let go of the past. Be in wonder of your life and the path that you are on. Softening down, letting go. Relaxing your jaw. Relaxing the space between the eyes. Feeling the eyes themselves soften back into deep pools. Soften down even more. Start to wiggle your toes, everybody. And bend the knees and just let your feet come to the floor. Feel your body, your hips, your back. And then draw your knees to your chest. Rock the knees over to one side. And as you're ready, press up. Coming back to your seat. And bring your hands to your heart. Bow to your own inner grace, your ease, your wonder at life. Namaste, everyone. Thank you, everybody.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome.